Good to go.
You are.
All right. Well, we're gonna get started, and I wanted to begin with a sip of water. All right. So I'm gonna invite you to find a comfortable position for your body to start in. I'm just gonna sit on my cushion to lift my gift to support the spine. And as you sit or you lay down, take a moment to rest one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. I do invite you to close your eyes and just take note of what you hear around you. Literally what you're hearing around you. So many things right now are fighting for your attention. So gradually feel your focus shifting from your external environment more and more towards your internal environment. So noticing how the temperature of the room touches your skin. Noticing how your clothes feel on your body. Noticing any areas of interest. Those might be some aches, pains, an itch, a need to reposition. And then to gradually go in a little deeper, notice your mind wanting to go back to something else, wanting to hop forward to another time. And we're going to use the practice to stay present so we can soothe any thoughts that start to register on our mind. So we'll use our breath to recalibrate. And every time we practice, there's that amplification of positivity that we, at least for the time of our practice, can send out. And we don't need to be so literal about that, but we could just sort of feel the experience, how that positivity reflects into our food choices or our word choices, or perhaps what we decide to wear later on. All right. So give yourself another breath, an easy breath. Feel the length of the spine. Feel a softness in your face. And really feel how the body and the mind sync up. So when we find this presence in breath, in body, and mind, then there we are, tapped in to the sunlight of our spirit. And with all of that, consider your singleness of purpose. Why get on the mat today? Why listen to anything I have to say? Why connect to your breath? What is meaningful for you in this exact moment as you take your breath in and you let the breath go? And I'll invite you to take one more big breath in. Let the breath out. And with the 2-part concentration of breath and your singleness of purpose, I'm going to invite you to start to move. So you can start with traditional rounding the back, arching the back, cat and cow motion, round the back, and arch the back. And then start to really roll the shoulders, roll them around. Feel the motion of the spine work all the way down to a pelvic tilt, which can be really informative for our body as we sit, as we stand. I've been really noticing in this time of being home that I do a lot of tightening up in my butt. It's kind of interesting. My butt cheeks are always clenching. So just noticing, where do you hold tension? Where do you hold tightness? How can we soften a little bit and really stay with the breath? All right, so if you're in a cross-leg position, just switch that up. And then we'll just go ahead and drop one hand down to stretch one arm up. So we're going to go from one side to the other. And I'll really ask you to stay committed to the same focus that we've started with. So you've synced up to your breath and your movement. But then below all of that is sort of this overall energy that you might feel like electricity in the body. And you might feel agitation and a need to move and shake it out. So before I sat down to teach, I did have some of that energy, admittedly. I wanted to be as clear as possible. So in all transparency, I put on my Pandora, I put on my wireless headset. I was dancing around to my Lizzo station, pretending like I was, one of the solid gold dancers or something even sexier, maybe. Maybe.
Nothing
all right.
sexier.
Nothing sexier. All right, go one more time to each side. And then as we sit, let's just sit in the center and we'll move the body in a circular pattern. So really feel, again, as I mentioned, the pelvic tilt. Move around. Feel your ribs move. Feel the spine move. Feel the shoulders move. I would encourage you to start to bring the feet to touch in front of you. And they might be close. You might want them a little further away. All right, friends, go ahead and change the direction of that motion. Work in a pelvic tilt, a little lift of the knees. Drop the knees down. So I really hope for you to get curious in the movement of the body. So you notice what's possible, where's your potential, and then always shining the light on the progress that you make in the practice. Which over time, I really think the advancement of that practice isn't necessarily the physicality of it, although that can be fun and can make for a pretty cool picture, right? But like, how do I actually live, not so much in still frame, but in real time? So I'll ask you to sit and stretch your right leg off to the side and take a big breath in and a full breath out. And then set the hands by your hips or behind your body and lift your heart and take your shoulders back and commit to being present in what you're doing for 3 full breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Squeeze the upper back, lengthen the neck. All right, and then after your 3rd breath, sit. Bring the feet together out in front of you. Move back and forth a few times. Ooh, yeah. All right, and then over to the second side. So when you're ready, extend out through your left leg, reach out, stretch out, and then again, hands behind you. Hands by your hips. Lift your heart. Stretch the neck. So again, every once in a while, we might be distracted by what's going on around us, but really trying to take an overall open-minded observation of what is. So give yourself one more focused breath. All right, and then to exit out, sit up, shake out the hands as you bring your feet to touch. Feet are touching, shake out the hands. And then extend the arms out, extend the arms up and let the palms touch. And give a little roll to the shoulders and extend the arms. And take a big breath in and a full breath out. And take one more big breath. Really reach through the spine, create softness in the shoulders. And then we're going to reach the right leg off to the right, the left leg off to the left. Take a big breath in, lower your arms so they're parallel with the ground. And we're going to stay upright and we're going to reach our left hand over the right leg. Big breath in, full breath out. Sit tall, big breath in, full breath out. And then give yourself one more big breath. And then unwind, come into center where the arms are again parallel, level to shoulders, maybe lower, maybe higher. And then we're going to sweep our right hand over the left leg and we'll pause here. We're breathing 3 focused, conscious breaths. And in the breath, just lean into your singleness of purpose. for today's practice. And then as you breathe, come on into center, sweep the arms up into the air, palms touch, and they come right down in front of your heart. And now lean over the right leg, stretch over the right leg, make contact, hands touch your leg, and take a big breath in and a full breath out. Big breath in, full breath out. Next time you begin to inhale, rise up, hop over to the left leg. 3 breaths here. Your rhythm. Expansive breath. After your 3rd breath, I'm going to ask you to come into center. Bring the legs to each other, crisscross the legs, lean forward, dip the head and the heart down. Breathe into your back. Breathe to soften your thinking mind. Right now, just having the presence of your breath. Committed to your singleness of purpose. When you begin your next inhale, lift up, lead with your heart. Change the crisscross of the legs. Again, dive forward, lean forward. Take a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll come on up. One more time, sit and round the back. And arch the back and go through that motion. All right, and then together we'll come on up into standing. And as we stand on our feet, we can look down and see the long end of our mat. And we will repeat some of what we've just done and seated with some add-ons, as I love to add on, okay? So feet are wide, extend the arms out, breathe in and breathe out. Take one more big breath in. Now again, we're going to stay upright and we're going to take our left hand over the right leg. Big breath in, full breath out. Feel your balance, feel strength of your legs, feel the rise in the spine, and give yourself one more big breath in and a full breath out. When you inhale, come on into center, and then over to the other side. When you begin your breath, exhale and reach right arm over left leg. And breathe. Steady in the feet. Anybody that's looking to build some heat and work some more, activate your feet, activate your legs, firm up through the center of the body. No muscle left to rest here. If that's what you're looking for, lift the heart. Big breath in, full breath out. All right, inhale, come into center. And now take both the hands over to the right leg. Dip down, stretch down, dive down, breathe. Stay connected to your breath. All right, everybody take a big breath in, full breath out. And then rise up, arms out wide. And then on the next breath, go over the left leg. Go down, touch where you can. You can find a glimmer, a hint of hope in noting our progress. And oftentimes we start in the physical practice, right? Like, what can we accomplish? We saw a picture of this. Somebody told us they did that pose. We want to do that. That's cool. That's fun. And then there's always more. So I encourage you to keep practicing and wait for those miracles to happen. All right, so on the breath, come on up. We're going to stretch the arms, and now together we're going to dive down through the center of the legs to touch down. Big breath in, full breath out, and now move however you want to move. Bend the knees, shake out the head, stick out your tongue, hoot and holler. Turn your feet out a bit and notice, how does that feel? How does that land in your knees, through your hips, to your back? How do the legs respond to that slight repositioning of the feet? All right, give it another big breath in and a full breath out. And now walk your hands over to the right. Go on over. Right knee, why don't we bend the right knee? Take a big breath in, full breath out. So right knee has a bend, left leg is strong and straight. Knee on the left leg has a little bit of a bend. Come on into center and then go and visit with the left foot. So start to bend into the left knee, making it more and more accessible to have the hands down, to stretch the heart, to feel strength in the legs rather than strain in the knees or the hips or the back, and breathe. All right, and then come on into center. Bring your feet in a little closer and a little closer, and we'll build a pose, oftentimes referred to as goddess or our horse stance. We're going to bend the knees and put the hands on the thighs, and then lift your head so you're upright and you're looking out ahead of you. And take a big breath in and a full breath out. And now take the right arm up and lean over to the left. Dip the hips as low as you can go, again, without any strain in the body. Can you breathe and hold this? All right, stay down strong in the legs and do that on the other side. So left arm is up, lean to the right. Big breath in, full breath out. Come on into center, straighten the legs, extend the arms high. Hands together in front of the heart, step the feet in, take a breath. And now we'll stand here for a little bit for a sequence in standing, so decide on the positioning for your feet. I always say not too close, not too wide, that's your call. All right, for a second, drop your arms. Extend the arms high, palms touch, lean to the right, big breath in, full breath out. Go for one more big breath. Come on up, hands in front of the heart. Second side, just drop the arms for a moment. Arms high to the sky, hands touch. You could lock your thumbs, you can lock your fingers, lean to the left and breathe. 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 And then come on up, hands in front of the heart, and pause. All right, so I'll invite you one more time, drop the arms. We're gonna add on to that. We're gonna take our arms up, grab your right wrist, and step your right foot behind the left, and then lean over to the left. Big breath in, full breath out. Attention to detail could go hips, shoulders, square to that long end of your mat with a nice bend into the knees. You can get down low and work the legs. That will make some of you smile and some might grimace, but breathe. All right, friends, come on up, come into center, drop the hands at your sides, just recalibrate. Second side, arms go up. We're gonna grab the left wrist, step the left foot behind the right at any distance, because I'm giving you the option to really challenge the legs. I'm gonna offer up a long distance here, and then bend the knees and lean to the right and breathe. And breathe. So you could, when you step the foot back, you could let the hip and the rib and the shoulder sort of follow suit. So then it becomes a little bit more of an upward component with the head and the heart. or you could square yourself to the edge of your mat. So really have a little fun here and customize it. Make it work for you. What do you want? A challenge, a steadiness, a balance, some strength, the stretch, the breath. So again, into that inquiry of breath and singleness of purpose. Everybody, one more big breath here. And then we'll exit out. Come on into center. Hands in front of the heart. Good work. Give it one more big breath. All right. So I'm going to invite you to step now to a short end of your mat. Work a little bit. My staging has this plant in my face. Okay. So take the arms high to the sky and now fold down when you breathe. Always on the cue of your own breath, okay? Inhale, come up. Then exhale, go down. I'm going to throw out the idea to keep strong in the legs and long in the spine. Inhale, come up. And exhale, go down. One more like that. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down, stay down. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Now imagine in your practice the longest you've ever stepped your right foot back. And then step it back half that distance. Big breath in and a full breath out. So this is enough. This is more than enough. Take another big breath in and a full breath out. Legs are straight. Legs can be strong here and stretch the spine. Next breath, step your foot forward. Stand up, stretch up. Breathe a breath into the hip flexors, hands together overhead. Lean back without thrusting the hips too far forward. So strong legs, long spine protects the back and helps us to keep breathing, which we need now more than ever. All right, big breath in, expansive, full breath out. So let's go with more length than the lean, especially if you're someone that can lean back, way back, all the way back. All right, give it one more breath. Come into center. Drop the arms. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold down. We're going to stay here. So again, in your own time, the furthest you've ever recalled stepping your left foot back, and now step back to that halfway. Not all the way to the longest you've ever done. This is enough. This is more than enough. Breathe. Legs are long. Legs are strong. Big breath in. Full breath out. And in true fashion, I plan for us to add on to this. So step forward, stand up, stretch up, and then return to your forward fold. Now step the right foot back just a little bit more than you're halfway. Take a big breath in. How does that feel for you? You're in the comfort of your own home, so you can decide what's that position. And now everybody get light on the hands, as light as you can get on your hands. So together we've stepped right foot back, and now I'm going to ask you to extend your left arm forward and breathe, and breathe, and breathe. And now bring your left hand anywhere onto your left leg, extend the right arm forward, and breathe, and breathe. Option to take arm, shoulder, rib, waist, all the way up. So it's some funky version of a triangle. And breathe, and breathe. And we'll go hands down, and we're going to step forward, and then stand and stretch. Take a second, hands together in front of your heart, and breathe. So assess your own progress in strength, in balance, in flexibility, in breath, in presence of mind, being the observer, your singleness of purpose. Breathe. Drop the arms. Inhale, extend them high to the sky, and then when you exhale, fold down. So again, left foot, we're going to step it back, but a little bit more than that halfway. Big breath in, full breath out. All right, let's get light on the hands, and plan to extend the right arm forward. And breathe. And breathe. And now bring the hand down to make contact with the leg. When you're ready, extend the left arm forward and breathe. Feel a draw in of the navel, a length of the spine, committed to your breath, to your strength, to your flexibility, your balance, your breath, the mind of observation, your singleness of purpose. And then we can add in that variation of a triangle pose where you start to lift your rib, your shoulder, your arm, your hand as high to the sky as your body allows today. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Exit out, bring the hand down, step yourself forward, stand up, stretch up. Hands together right in front of your heart, and breathe. Before we go anywhere else in the physical practice, think of one thing that you have gratitude for in this moment. And breathe. Just breathe. All right, so at this time, I'm going to invite you to come on down to your back. Come all the way down to the ground, and breathe. I'll guide you through some final bit of movement here as we decompress from a strong practice. All right. Take a big breath in, full breath out, lift the feet, pull the knees in, soften the head to the ground, soften the shoulders. Start to take the knees wide, really wide, wicked wide, far, far away from each other, and stretch the toes. And then can the feet begin to find each other? So it might be where the hands can support the legs, or you may decide to just let the arms come all the way down. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. And now cross your ankles so they give a little bit of a tug to stabilize. And now begin to sweep the legs up, straighten the legs up into the air and squeeze the legs to each other. And take a big breath. And then bend the knees, return to that start position. All right, change the crisscross of ankles. Breathe. Feel this. I love the idea of this here right now for us, the paradox that the feet are trying to pull away, but as feet pull away, the legs squeeze to each other to go up to the sky. What just happened? It's amazing. And breathe. And breathe. Bring the knees down into that bent knee position. Hands reach for your legs. Pull the feet away from each other. Hands could grab for knees, shins, ankles, toes. But I would invite you to revisit pelvic tilt and shoulders down to the ground. Big breath in, full breath out. Look from one side to the other. We've got the head and the ribs in a fixed position to really support our shoulder girdle, getting a little release for the neck here. Take one more breath and then move it around a little bit. So this becomes the happiest of happy babies today, where again, I want you to bask in something that you have gratitude for. So in my own practice, I've been trying to think of that one thing that I have gratitude for, but then really breathe some life into it. So it's not just something I've written on a piece of paper. It's something that I've really tended to, right? Like I think of my garden. I weed it and I water it and I make sure that the soil has been aerated, this, that, and the other, right? So really breathe some life into it. And now let's drop the feet. Feet wide, please, and touch your knees. And then rest a hand on the heart and a hand on the stomach and breathe. And breathe. And simply breathe. And then for Shavasana, relaxation, the end of all ends of this practice, let's extend the legs out away from the body. I recommend a good distance between your feet. So I have a pretty nice wide mat. So I've got heels at the very outer edges of the mat. Arms extend out. Palms are off of the mat. Palms face the sky. And feel how you really take up some space here so your lungs can breathe, and let it be a gentle breath. Let your mind stay where you are. Feel your heels. Let them relax. Feel your whole right leg. Let it relax. Feel your whole left leg. Let it relax. Both legs together. Completely relaxed. Feel the length of your back. Relaxed. Your right shoulder relaxed and your left shoulder is relaxed. Both arms are relaxed and all of your fingers, they're relaxed, but you feel they have the natural curl where some might touch and some are spaced out. Feel your neck is relaxed and your jaw. Let it too relax. Feel the eyes are heavy. And you turn your attention to feeling in this moment your whole body. And say to yourself, I am relaxed. I am completely relaxed. I am totally and completely relaxed. Feel a sense of peace and calm and groundedness in yourself. Stretch your fingers and your toes, and in the reach of your fingers, feel your arms, and in the feel of your arms, let the arms extend around you for a very sweet, loving embrace. Give yourself a breath of thanks and gratitude and love. And then hands can release to make contact with one another right in front of your heart. And to conclude, let's join our voices, the sunlight of our spirit, and the positive energy that we have connected to and added to in this moment. And we'll just shine it out all around without holding back. Let's take a big breath in for a song of Om. Gently bow your mind to your heart. You are totally awesome. Till next time, my friends, namaste.
10 seconds.